hydrogen gas in a cold plunge. Is that legit?
Bathing in hydrogen gas can be one of the most therapeutic things that you do.
Really? Can you add it to a cold plunge?
You can add it to a cold plunge. And I've got these guys trying to see if we can incorporate the hydrogen gas into the cold plunge.
Hydrogen gas, H2, is an electron donor. This is why Gary Brecka says it leads to low oxidation reduction potential.
Even when you add hydrogen gas to regular water, it will drop the ORP. It will make the oxidative reduction potential negative. So it has more of a capacity to donate electrons.
It is trying to give away its electrons. And the donation of those electrons will neutralize reactive oxygen species because ROS is an electron acceptor. When you have hydrogen gas in your body, the donation of those electrons to neutralize the reactive oxygen species can release you from chronic oxidative stress. Almost all the research papers that I've seen on the therapeutic benefits of hydrogen gas are in animals or people who are under that chronic oxidative stress. It leads to inflammation, it leads to joint pain, it leads to a series of maladies because the body never gets a chance to recover from ROS. ROS has some benefits. It signals mitobiogenesis. Exercise will produce reactive oxygen species. A cold plunge will produce reactive oxygen species. It's not that reactive oxygen species are bad. It's that if you never get a break from them, then it's that chronic oxidative stress that causes harm to the body. And hydrogen gas in these clinical trials and in these animals, when it is administered to bodies under chronic oxidative stress, releases them from that stress and results in health improvements. To get the hydrogen into the water, there are two mechanisms. One is electricity, electrolysis of water that splits the H2O into H2 and O2. The hydrogen gas dominates the activity of the electron after the electrolysis of water, but there's another way to do it, and that is with elemental magnesium. Elemental magnesium is such a strong donor of electrons that it will split water into H2 and MgO, kicking the hydrogen off and creating the reducing agent of hydrogen gas. Plus, if you're drinking it, you get a magnesium benefit from the residual magnesium that might come from your H2 tab that's left in your water. However, getting the hydrogen into a bath requires a lot of H2 tabs. This is why Gary Brecka was talking about the hydrogen bomb.
Oh, it's called a hydrogen bomb, which just looks like a big bath bomb. It just creates hydrogen gas. It's elemental magnesium.
What does it do for you when you bathe in it?
It goes right transdermal, goes right through the skin. I have literally put people into these tubs. I'm kidding you not, crippled with arthritis. And they will skip out of my unit like they won the lottery.
You put it in the water and it's got so much elemental magnesium that it could create hydrogen gas throughout the entire bath. Here's the problem. We at Morozko put ozone in the bath, and we do that to maintain sanitary conditions. The oxidation potential of the ozone disinfects the water by deactivating viruses and killing microorganisms. If you put the magnesium bomb into the ozone bath, the H2 and the O3 cancel one another out. The only way that the magnesium bomb can work is if you leave the bath quiescent, no ozone, so that all of the ozone is depleted before you put the hydrogen bomb in. But then it won't be sanitary. The challenge of making a hydrogen bath in a cold plunge is managing the ORP so that you get the disinfection of high ORP, high oxidation, and the reduction benefits of the low ORP due to the hydrogen. You can't have them at the same time because the H2 and the O3 recombine, they exchange electrons, and they cancel one another out by making water. And you probably don't need both of them at the same time. I'm not convinced by Brecka's argument that hydrogen water is one of the most overlooked and most powerful biohacks available. And that's because I haven't seen the research that says it's beneficial in people who are already taking care of their sleep, have good light hygiene, minimize the seed oils in their diet, get a little bit of exercise, and do a little cold plunge. When you are cycling in and out of oxidative stress, it's unlikely that ROS is your problem. And so hydrogen gas might not be your remedy.